Hey, this is Brooke, functional medicine dietitian specializing in fertility, and this is the Fertility Dietitian podcast, where I help you uncover the barriers that are preventing you from optimizing your fertility and teach you how to work with your body to finally take home a healthy baby. Each week, I will be diving into different topics on fertility and sharing my perspective on physiology, metabolic health, nutrition, and lifestyle approaches that have helped hundreds of couples get pregnant even after years of heartache. My goal is to empower you with the knowledge you need to take back control of your fertility. Happy listening. Traditional fertility protocol does not pay nearly enough attention to male fertility and sperm health. Sperm health is not only important for getting pregnant, it is also important for staying pregnant, and it is important for having a healthy baby. And the quality of the sperm impacts the lifelong health of your future tiny human. Okay, listen, sperm is 50% of the DNA that will become an entire human being. Preconception care is just as important for men as it is for women in improving the health of the baby and preventing chronic diseases of that baby throughout adulthood. The process of sperm production, which is called spermatogenesis, takes around 80 to 100 days, and the quality of the sperm being produced is impacted by nutrition and lifestyle. Did you know that placental health, fetal development, risk for metabolic diseases, and risk for breast cancer is impacted by the quality of the sperm? That's just to name a few. Placental health alone contributes to the vast majority of complications during pregnancy, and over 40% of the health of the placenta can be attributed to the health of the sperm. Okay, so you get that sperm is a big deal, but maybe you've had a semen analysis and maybe you've been told that everything looks normal. Well, if you've been hanging around here for a while, or even a hot second, you've heard me talk about normal versus optimal when it comes to health and fertility. The same goes for your fellas. In the context of lab data, normal means average or falling within a range that is most common in a given population. Your normal sperm analysis would have been considered infertile 15 years ago. Did you hear that? Your normal sperm analysis would have been considered infertile 15 years ago. You do not want to throw these results aside. Please take a closer look. When we're talking about optimal sperm parameters, we're talking about these following numbers. So, a sperm analysis typically looks at count, the number of sperm that are present in that sample. We want to have at least 48 million per milliliter sperm in a given sample. For motility, we're looking at how many of the sperm are swimming. We want at least 63% of the total count to be healthy swimmers. And morphology is another standard sperm parameter that's looked at. And the morphology is looking at the shape of the sperm. We want that marker to be at or above 12%. So 12% of the total count is of normal shape. Right now, a normal morphology is considered 4%. But a 4% morphology means only 4 out of 100 sperm are of normal shape, while 96% have 2 heads, no head, no tail, a short tail, a bent midpiece, etc. We could do so much better than this. Sperm has a really big journey of navigating to the egg, staying alive in preparation for ovulation, and then being able to bury into the egg for fertilization. If there are not enough super swimmers of healthy shape to make this journey, conception will be much more challenging. Not only conception, but being able to carry to term, okay? The quality of the sperm we can look at even more specifically by assessing DNA fragmentation, along with that motility and the morphology and the count. DNA fragmentation is not a standard marker to test for, but there are easier ways to look at this today. So Give Legacy is a really awesome company that I use with my clients. You can go through them on your own as well. So if your providers are not offering or able to do DNA fragmentation for whatever reason, I highly recommend taking a look at Legacy and getting that DNA fragmentation marker. We care about DNA fragmentation because this is the DNA that goes on to fertilize the egg and program your tiny human, right? So if there are high amounts of damage, there will be more challenges in conceiving and carrying to term. Okay. Stay tuned for episode 7, which is the next episode, because we're diving even more into this topic of DNA fragmentation. All right. So if you are sitting below optimal in any of these sperm parameters, please know that sperm can change significantly in just a few months. Nutrition and lifestyle make a big impact on spermatogenesis, which means that we can produce stronger swimmers and protect them from damage once they are produced with nutrition and lifestyle. We really need our men to get on board with changes no matter what, but especially when egg quality is subpar. Good quality eggs can actually repair a certain amount of DNA damage, but if egg quality is not quite optimal, it is more challenging to repair damaged sperm, which can lengthen the time to conception and increase the risk of miscarriage. So let's look at the research on how certain nutrients are associated with improved sperm health. Vitamin E is associated with higher live birth rates, improved IVF outcomes, and decreased oxidation, which is damage to the sperm. Vitamin D receptors are actually found in the testes and ejaculatory tract and mature sperm cells. So this is a big clue that it is very important for production and health of the sperm. B9, which is folate, has been shown to protect against damage to sperm as well. Selenium protects against oxidative damage to sperm. B12 and folate together are really helpful, important for RNA and DNA synthesis. And if these are lacking, this production of healthy sperm suffers. Selenium and zinc are involved in the production of sperm and protecting them from damage, and our vitamin A, folate, and vitamin E impact the production of sperm as well. And we actually see a deficiency negatively impacting production of sperm as a whole. Vitamin E and vitamin C also protect our sperm from damage. Okay, so all of these nutrients are really important for producing healthy sperm and protecting them from damage. But where do we get them, right? Here are some foods to get all of these nutrients in, or ones that we want to emphasize the most anyways. Shellfish, really helpful at getting many of these nutrients in. Berries, nuts, fatty fish, whole eggs, carrots, tomatoes, and citrus. These foods provide many of the nutrients that sperm need to thrive, but we can't forget about lifestyle changes. How we live can actually contribute to more sperm damage or less. So my top lifestyle tips to start implementing for improved sperm health is to ditch tight clothes. Okay, so tight restrictive underwear, pants are going to restrict blood flow and produce more heat, both things that our sperm do not like. We want to really boost sleep quality. Sleep quality is huge for all parameters of sperm health, partly because when we are sleeping, we are going through our detox pathways. And that's really important for decreasing damage that can be done or taking resources away from sperm production and protecting that sperm from damage. We want to avoid hot tubs and saunas because heat, especially high heat that are found in hot tubs and saunas, decrease sperm quality. No marijuana or tobacco, both of those things significantly reduce the health of the sperm, and limit alcohol. And this one is definitely individualized, but limiting it as a whole is going to definitely improve outcomes of those healthy swimmers. Endocrine disrupting chemicals are also very important for men to ditch. This is a whole nother episode that is coming soon. We'll talk all about endocrine disrupting chemicals for both the male fertility as well as female fertility. So I know you're all probably wondering about supplements also, and we can't out supplement a poor diet or close detox pathways or poor sleep. So don't start throwing your money away on supplements your body isn't ready to fully benefit from unless you focus on the nutrition and lifestyle piece first. Okay, you should know that you can overdo it with supplements, and supplements should be individualized for best outcomes. Okay, so now that we're on the same page, supplements do help fill in the gaps when used appropriately. So here are a few of my favorites for sperm health. First is ubiquinol. So ubiquinol is a specific form of CoQ10, and it's important to get that ubiquinol form. NAC, which the full name for that is N-acetylcysteine, and L-carnitine. These supplements help protect sperm from oxidative damage, support count, motility, and morphology in a variety of ways. And as far as dosage and whether they are right for you, I really recommend working with a fertility dietitian or another healthcare provider that's specializing in holistic fertility support. Other helpful supplements may be vitamin E, vitamin C, selenium, or zinc, but a lot of the time we can really boost these in the diet, which is where I would start because Mother Nature is way smarter than we are in extracting one single nutrient out of our food and hoping for the same benefit that we can get from food is just silly. We're not going to get the same benefit. Okay. And if you do want a roadmap for supporting all sperm parameters, grab my male fertility mini course that will be linked below in my digital store. And if you are looking for more individualized support, jump on my waitlist for private coaching through the link in below. Male and female fertility is addressed in every program. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Fertility Dietitian podcast. If you enjoyed it, please leave a review to let me know what topics you want more of or less of. If you want to keep learning, subscribe at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out my website for more info on my private coaching program, Master Your Fertility, or my membership community, Fertility Blueprint. And don't forget my digital store. Come say hi on YouTube and Instagram. See you in the next episode.